Alright, we're back. And again, it's Wednesday morning, and you know what that means. We got Dynamite tonight, but we also had NXT last night. And man, I have this up here, obviously, because there are some things that need to be said about this right now. First of all, if you saw NXT last night, damn. Oh my damn. Damn. And if you didn't hear me the first 10 times or however many that was, damn. Oh my goodness. I don't believe what we saw, and we'll get into that in a moment. But what I want to talk about right now is just this dynamic between AEW and WWE, respectively, because there are a lot of reasons why both companies are involved in this conversation here. Now, in a way, this is a follow-up to some of the things that I was talking about yesterday, particularly when it comes to AEW, WWE, but also this new bidding war of 2024. Now, one thing about that for me personally is, I've said it time and time again, this year with wrestling has been already easily one of the best ever, maybe the best ever. You know, I probably didn't say that specifically, but that's the mindset I've been of, at least. And I say that mostly because I'm thinking, if nothing else, you know, we're just starting to get ready for the summertime. I mean, it's about to get hotter. Shit's really going to start getting real on so many different fronts, especially given the fact that you've got a lot of returning superstars. Now, that's something that I don't think people have taken into consideration. Product has been down on both sides because of injuries that have riddled not just both of these rosters, but I imagine rosters pretty much all across the board. I want to say there's a significant roster injury with TNA right now that's sort of affected them, but not so much so, as we'll go into in a bit. But it's just really, really wild to me, because we're getting guys like MJF, Adam Cole back. We just got Kyle O'Reilly back, and if you think that's not gonna be significant, you got a whole other thing coming. It's just, sure, he's a cog, but he's going to be one of those cogs that is going to prove that, you know, the momentum that he had towards the end of his NXT run is going to prove to show itself again, especially as long as he remains healthy, because, really and truly, I feel like, for me, there's a sky's the limit element to Kyle O'Reilly that a lot of people don't give him enough credit for. But we'll see how that works out. That said, however, at least as far as this week's concerned, I gotta say WWE may have AEW on the ropes a bit. And it's specifically because we're getting this. Oh my God, we are getting this. I can't put into words right now just how hyped I am right now. I mean, and I'm going to preface everything I'm about to say by pointing the fact out that I actually had to be spoiled on this one. Because I've said it again, I'm going to repeat this, and of course now, it warrants a need for change on my part in terms of just my access to certain things. But that's really neither here nor there. I said before, I work with Hulu Live. I basically watch their programming. I use them as sort of my low-key cable provider, I guess, if you want to call them that. And technically they are, in a sense. But I bring them up because I've said it countless times on this channel. I don't see Raw or NXT, or even SmackDown for that matter, until about 9 o'clock Mountain Standard, or until exactly 9 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, in the case of Raw and NXT, and I believe SmackDown is 7 o'clock on Fridays, which obviously it's airing 7 o'clock Eastern live, you know. specifically meaning that's where it's at on the East Coast. And 7 o'clock Eastern means, again, 5 o'clock here in Denver. But all that being aside from the point, it was just wild because I ended up catching a video, shout out to Ango. Of course, this is how I was spoiled about this, but it was the only spoiler that I caught, thankfully. And I did get another one along the way, but I just, at that point I just decided to enjoy the ride about it. And that's exactly what I plan to do here, just like the final boss asked us to do. And of course, interestingly enough, his daughter is the general manager here. But even with all that said, I'm loving this, not even just for the face value of any of this, Let's just think about this, and let's talk a little bit more about Jordynne Grace for a second, because she was in the Women's Royal Rumble earlier in the year. And a lot of people speculated that we could see something like this. Here we are. I mean, we're getting it now, and I just can't say enough. And moreover than any of that, the TNA chants inside the NXT arena. I forget what the name of the building is called. I know it's not Full Sail. At least I don't believe it's Full Sail anymore. But I think it's the Triple C or whatever. Either way, just the way that building was chanting TNA nonstop on WWE programming, damn it. I mean, there was a point where we were hearing that, but we were hearing that in defiance. Okay? Y'all realize that, right? Hell, the same thing was the case with AEW a few years ago. I mean, look at how far we've come on all this. And we got Paul Levesque to thank for that. But anyways, that's, I mean, we do, but I'm not even going to go into that. We do need to thank HBK for bringing this, man. All Ego is now NXT. That's all I can say about that. And there are those that seem to believe he's the next NXT champion. That's probably true. However, it's obvious he's getting a shot over in Vegas for Roadblock, but I'm here to burst the bubble, at least for the moment. He ain't winning there. He ain't winning there. And he ain't winning there because that's just not smart. Okay? Let's be real about that. That's not smart. And it's not smart because you just had all this time building Trick up the way that you have. He's literally the hottest commodity. You can argue if you want, I'm not going to, that it's second to this man now. But I'm going to disagree I'm going to disagree strongly on that. Because I'm not going to try to pronounce that other word that I was just trying to say. Anyway, I'm going to disagree very, very heavy on that because the real difference between AEW and WWE is that they've shown a much stronger track record with WWE for building their stars. A lot of AEW stars are based on what a lot of them did specifically with WWE, or in some cases other companies, and that's fine. I don't particularly have a problem with that. But I mentioned MJF earlier. You see, that's as homegrown as it gets right there. Particularly alongside, I'm trying to think about this here. I would think, of course, the Bucks, obviously, really the members of the Elite. I guess if you want to include or exclude Cody Rhodes, it just depends on who you want to ask on that one. But the Elite between Kenny, Hangman, and the Bucks, those are the ones that aren't known for their ties with WWE. Although, I don't know so much about Hangman, but definitely the Bucks and Kenny have their ties with them. It's been shown in the past. I'm not going to go into those details, but that's not what they're known for. Now, I'm thinking about stars like a Thunder Rosa, she can actually be considered homegrown even though she's not an original. Because a lot of her work came from other places. She never really had any time in WWE. She probably had tryouts, but obviously she was never there long enough for it to be significant. Now, this is going to be different on the other hand. I mean, what you got to do with this here, especially where it pertains to this main event match that we're going to get with him and Trick for the NXT title, you got to make it known that this is the dude. Now, what I could see happening is Trick wins it, and he wins it on some by the skin of his teeth shit to sort of promote there being a need for a rematch. And at that point, you probably put the title on Ethan Page then. I'm still not sure if that's the way that you want to go about it, given that what you're doing with Trick. And last time I checked, the fact that you did everything the way that you did, especially where Carmelo Hayes was involved, was to build him up and to build around him. And this is going to be a good guy to do that with, but you're also building around him as well. But to put the title on him this quickly, I'm telling you right now, is going to be a mistake. But that's just me on that one. Y'all can say what y'all want to. In fact, y'all know what it is. Drop that shit down below. And of course, like, share if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new, and thanks for rocking with me. I'm going to get at y'all.